Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolve. Now, earlier this week we talked about Mega Ledian, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Arbok. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation on what this series is about. Now, every week I will be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below. But what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of the video, we'll be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Arbok. Now, Arbok to me is one of those Pokemon where it's just that I really wanted to actually have another evolution before a Mega, but sadly that's not going to happen unless, like, maybe in the near future Game Freak will actually give more Pokemon another evolution, like how they did with like Electabuzz, Togetic, and a lot of other Pokemon like they did in 4th gen. Now, I really love Arbok. Arbok is a really cool Pokemon, not a really good Pokemon, but I've always seen this thing getting a Mega because, like, when the Megas were introduced, like, one of the Pokemon that actually, like, stood out to me that should get a Mega was Arbok, just because, like, its stats are kind of mediocre. So with the Mega Evolution, I know this thing was going to be, like, really badass. So as you can tell from what I did to everything, I did increase everything but decreased its special attack by 20. Now, the reason why I decreased its special attack by 20 from base 65 to base 45 is because I kind of needed a little bit more of an extra, like, points to distribute into its other stats, which you can already tell where I put it in. But nonetheless, I did decrease it just so that I can actually have another extra 20 points to distribute throughout its other stats. Now, for its physical attack, I increased it from base 85 to base 120. Now, the reason why I gave it a significant increase into its physical attack is because obviously Arbok is a physical attacker. It gets access to the Elemental Fangs, it gets access to Sucker Punch, Gunk Shot, and a lot of good other, like, physical type attacks. So I would actually see this thing being a physical attacker rather than, like, a special attacker. So at base 120, this thing is just going to be hitting hard like a truck, and also plus this thing does get access to Coil, so you can actually run Coil, Gunk Shot, Sucker Punch, and maybe like an Elemental Fang, probably like Ice Fang or Thunder Fang, depending on whichever one, like, you need the most. But I can actually see this thing being very viable with the Coil set. Now, for its physical defense, I increased it from base 69 to base 97. Now, obviously, like I said, the one thing that is kind of crippling Arbok to being a really good Pokemon is its defenses, because Arbok is a poison type, and most of the time you actually have at least one Pokemon that has Earthquake on it, or just like a ground type move in general, and that can pretty much just one-shot Arbok unless you have a Focus Sash on it, or unless you're using a Mega Kangaskhan, but that's a different story. So I'm giving it a base 97. It's actually going to be more bulkier than Arcanine, just physical defensive wise. I'm not sure about, like, HP wise. So you can run, like, maybe a physical variant like Mega Arbok and VGC if you do decide to go that route. So there is an option if you want to go a physical defensive variant. Now, for its special defense, I increased it from base 79 to base 106. Now, when I was actually distributing the stats, I actually wanted to split, like, the rest of it down the middle for its defenses, and I actually had, like, what, 28 more points left, and I decided to put the last 28 points into its special defense. So it's going to be from base 79 to base 106. Now, the reason why it's so high is because there are Pokemon that have, like, access to, like, Earth Power or special ground type moves. Like, for instance, Nidoking. If we do get a Mega Arbok and it gets bumped up to UU, wow, Nidoking is going to be a very big problem to Ekans, just because, like, if without, like, the base 106 special defense, this probably won't be able to live at least maybe like one Earth Power. But nonetheless, Nidoking does, like, a Sheer Force and also the Life Orb like combo set, so it's not likely you're going to be able to live like a Earth Power. But hey, you never know. Depending on what kind of set run, you can run like a physical variant or a special variant. Who knows? It's just pretty much, it all comes down to, like, damage calc. Now, like I said in, like, a couple of my videos, I do not understand damage calc. I tried it in the past and it does not work out for me. So if you can damage calc it and tell me in the comments, then that'll be very awesome. But I highly doubt Arbok is going to be able to live like an Earth Power from, like, a Nidoking. Now, for its speed, I increased it from base 80 to base 110. Now, the reason why I gave it also a significant increase into its speed is because of what Arbok is based off of. It's based off of a King Cobra. I mean, if you spell Arbok backwards, it spells Cobra. If you spell Cobra backwards, it spells Arbok. And I always seen, or I'm pretty sure, that Cobras are very, very fast, and I've always seen like Arbok becoming like a very, very fast Pokemon, but sadly, without the Mega Evolution, is at base 80, so it's not likely it's going to be able to outspeed a lot of stuff. But with the base 110 for a Mega Evolution, I can see this thing being a very, very like powerhouse, one of the most like threatening Pokemon in the metagame, because like it's in the PU tier right now, and with the Mega Evolution like this, I can see this thing bumping up to like maybe NU or RU, and then later in the future getting bumped up to UU and probably OU, but it's like the stats that I've given it, it's like it's not likely it's going to be able to like do any work in OU, but hey, you never know. There is a possibility, but I can see this Mega Arbok being in UU. Now for a regular Arbok base stats at 438. With the Mega Evolution, it's going to be 538. It's going to be very, very high, obviously. Now, for its ability, I actually give it Intimidate. Now, the reason why I give it Intimidate is because Arbok is based off of a King Cobra, or I think it's a King Cobra or a Cobra. One of the two. It's based off of a snake. And snakes are always intimidating to Pokemon, or wow, intimidating to like pretty much like adults or humans, basically. Wow, I don't know why I cannot figure that word out. But anyways, like you're always intimidated by snakes if you come across one, if you're like super afraid of it, and you're like, oh my god, do not bite me, I'm gonna die, so on and so forth. So I gave it the ability Intimidate, and the one thing I really like about giving Intimidate to Arbok is that Arbok already gets access to Intimidate. So when you Mega Evolve Arbok into a Mega Arbok, it's going to get another Intimidate off, so you're going to be getting a -2 in your opponent's physical attack. So then that way, even though you do have a base 97 in physical defense, you will be able to live like an Earthquake from a lot of other Pokemon, because you will be able to get a -2 off. Or a -1 if you do decide to switch in and out, depending on like what your opponent has on the field or what kind of plays they're making. But besides that, Intimidate is probably like the best ability I can give it for a Mega Arbok. Now, I know there's like a lot of other abilities that you can give it, like you can maybe give it a new ability that turns normal type moves into poison type moves, but I don't think Arbok gets that many normal type moves to begin with, other than probably like Hyper Beam in return. But besides that, Intimidate, pretty much the best ability that I think could work with a Mega Arbok. Now for its typing, I actually decided to add on the Dark type characteristics. It fits the image, it fits the Pokemon, so then that way Arbok will only be super effective against ground types. They'll be the exact same weaknesses as Drapion, so we'll have another Dark and Poison type or Poison Dark type Pokemon, and Arbok really does fit the bill. So with that, there is Mega Arbok. Now, I'm sorry if I kind of started towards the end. I don't know what got over me. I've been recording a lot all day, and like I'm kind of getting tired. But besides that, like I said, there is Mega Arbok. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now, we are still going to be talking about first gen Pokemon for like maybe another week or two, and the next Pokemon we're going to be talking about is Mega Machamp. Yes, I've been wanting to talk about Mega Machamp for a while, because I've been seeing like mega pictures for Mega Machamp all over the place, whether it was on Google, Facebook, or YouTube. So I was like, you know what? I actually want to talk about Machamp. I was going to talk about Machamp in the future, but I didn't know when, but I guess the time is now. So coming on Tuesday, you will be seeing a Mega Machamp video. So with that, like I said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. So this is White Boy for the win, and I'll catch you guys later.